Everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing, supportive, extended family, just thank you so much for dropping those lines. Even when I've been having to take a break and have that time for self care, y'all truly just keep the vibes coming, which I'm truly blessed for. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Even hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very informative to you, give you good vibes or good vibes or inspiration that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times and needing spiritual guidance or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share them while you're at it. Give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. And thank you once again for the love and support. It is so greatly appreciated on so many levels. And I love y'all so much for that. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my videos. And the music that I'm listening to in the background is just so peaceful. It's called 528 Hertz. Raise positive vibration, Reiki music for the deepest self healing, harmony meditation. And I'll post that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101 Heyoka's God and Enemy has a plan for your life. Know which ones to battle and know which ones to embrace. It is so true. It's just like we're all going through these different changes where at times it's like, when you feel like you're at peace with a lot of things that has held you back, that slowed you down, basically the things that set you on the path of your spiritual awakening anyway. It's like tragedy awakens the spirit. Shock of just how you saw things is going to place you, on a spiritual awakening. And those things are very uncomfortable in life. Changes can be very uncomfortable, but you have to allow yourself to know the enemy and God plays hand in hand towards a lot of things, towards your life to see, is it easy for you to get distracted by things that are irrelevant, about what people's opinions about you, who's saying what about you, um, how others value you. It's all about how you see yourself. It's all about what your mission is and what you're trying to aim towards. The goals that you're trying to go to. The things that you are trying to connect with. Basically to be able to serve your purpose in that unique way, and it's all time, not everything comes to you in clarity. You know what I'm saying? Certain things is placed on your path, and it may leave you at that point of being stuck and confused. But those are the times you have to allow yourself to ask for those assistance, because a lot of times if you stay focused on it too hard, that's bringing unnecessary stress to yourself. you know and it's just like you have to be able to go with the flow, and allow yourself to be, being able to roll with the punches. Because a lot of times, I mean, it can really be stressful, really, really be stressful. Trust me, I know, and it's just like you could be having a good day one day, and then the next thing you know, you could be waking up in your feelings about stuff. You just never know, and you have to understand you can't be hard on yourself, because it's like with this retrograde that's taking place in life. This is like meta and mega, you know, transitions that we are going through. Like you've been through some changes before, but this is like taking a big chunk out of everything. Like if this doesn't leave you kind of shook or having you to see different things in a different way, I don't know what's wrong with you. Because it's like the last couple of weeks has been going through major change where you have to be in solitude, you know, and there's a lot of times it can leave you very overwhelmed. It can get you in your emotions. At times it'll make you question yourself. Do you have the ability to do what needs to be done? Yes, you do. You have done this many times before. Yet it might seem foreign to you, but in a way it feels familiar. Because like I said before, we all signed up on these different things for the mission. Is like, that, should have had your good glasses on so you can see the fine print, but we were just too busy trying to fight for a cause, but these are the things that are really going to strengthen you. At times it can really feel like a pain in the butt, truly a pain in the butt. But then when you allow yourself to see what's taking place in your life, it gives you that gratitude. Like, if I never went through these emotional roller coasters, if I never went through these times where it felt like I was being betrayed in the most major way, what would you be able to take out of it? What would you truly be able to appreciate? Because a lot of times we feel like we get angry. I've done it myself. It's like you've been working hard on things you truly deserve in your life, but yet they're manifesting, but it's not manifesting fast enough for you. But you have to understand what things are still taking place in your life. Some things has to go full course. That wheel is turning already for changes in your life. And you can see it, but you have to allow yourself to see the change within the change that's coming in to be a blessing. You blessing you in unexpected ways that you didn't see coming. I look at a lot of the things I go through, and at times it can be very overwhelming. It could be very stressful. It can put me in my moods, because it's like, I'm doing all this and this and that, and I'm not asking for nothing in return. I love to be able to see people happy. I want to see everybody win. And at times it gets frustrating, especially if you're just now on this spiritual journey. You can speak out towards others, but if they're not spiritually woke, they're going to think you're in that case. They really are. You have to allow yourself. You can set that message all you want to, plant that seed. Sooner or later, they'll wake up. That's not the point. That is not the thing. You're supposed to do your light work, but you're not here to sit up here and fight everybody's battles, save the world, save the world, because a lot of things has to be a two-way street. Like I always tell people, I love to be able to help you. I love to be able to shed light towards your life, especially when you have a lot of questions. I feel blessed if it's something that you have experienced, but it's like now, since my gifts are really shifted in an intense way, it's been a blessing. Like, when people ask me something, I automatically have the answer. I'm like, oh, where the heck that come from? But I guess I'm like the Heyoka almanac or something like that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, this and this and this happens. And I'm just like, wow, now I understand why I had to go through a lot of things. So it's like a lot of people I've been helping either here, or I help on the side in Messenger. And it's a blessing. At times it can really be overwhelming, because it's like, you know, my gift has went like catapulted into like 3 or 4 levels, and it's opened up. But I had to allow myself to practice because it's like I told y'all a couple of videos ago. Well, yeah, day before yesterday. It's like my gift has opened up, and with people assisting them, or even there's certain things that be very detrimental to me that I didn't know from other people that are trying to do stuff in the dark. And then they're telling me just to cut them off. Don't ask any questions, don't ask for no explanations, because when people doing dirt, they're not going to be telling you, oh yeah, I did dirt on you, or I'm looking for somebody else. I just have to cut you off. I just don't have time. But then I understand this is the benefit for me. you know I'm here doing a mission. I'm here, working on myself, being able to assist other people, because I know what it feels like to not have that emotional and spiritual support, or not being understood, or not, people aren't understanding where you're trying to come from, where you feel like you're a person of self and there's nobody that you can relate to. That's why I love being able to be using this platform, just to be able to tell my experiences, the things that I go through, things that might be taking place in your life. Because a lot of times when you're just now starting, that can feel so overwhelming. It can feel like you're in a world by yourself. It feels like your whole life has been twisted upside down. That's why it was just like, when I started my videos, started doing this, what actually started my journey. I've been on this journey for years, but it got really intense after my father transition. So it was just like I didn't really have anybody physical to talk to. You know, um, there was a lot of people that weren't on that same level as me in that spiritual way, because it just felt like I was by myself. Is anybody else feeling this? And it's like, well, couldn't really tell a lot of people about the things that are going on just because of who my dad was. So it wasn't, they were very selective about who I talked about that with. So it was like starting my video diaries. And next thing you know, I was always, if I wasn't doing my video diaries, I was always watching YouTube. I stopped watching TV. There was being very selective off that. And then, spirit guides started, they already start, working overtime on trying to get me to do this. And then when I started going through things and I allowed myself to get comfortable being uncomfortable, going ahead and placing my experiences out, why I had to go through things, the things that I endured, what I overcome, what I'm healing from now. And then being able to use my gift as well as, when it comes to spiritual sight or spiritual messages, to be able to help other people that are lost, in their transition and that's taking place. So I'm blessed about that. But I also have to be understanding on the battles of wars I'm actually into that I didn't see coming as well. Because it's like when you are doing good, you're not allowing yourself to be bothered about other people's opinions about you. I have to deal with that a lot. When people can't control me, I have people out there saying all type of stuff out there about me. You think I care? No. Because I know what I'm doing. I know the reason why I'm doing it. Because when people can't throw that scar, that veil over you that you're stupid or naive or can't, they can't play with your intelligence like they've been doing for the longest time. I mean, I've been called every name in the book, but it's just like if you can. My situation is not about going out there hurting people, but it's going to be about me telling my truth. And if somebody's bothered by my truth, that's more of your self reflecting on what you need to be able to look and see through yourself. That's not my duty. I can't. How I used to say it. You I can't. It's not my responsibility of how you took my message. If I know I was coming straight and direct, not being harmful or hurtful, and that bothered you, that says more about you and less about me because I'm living in my truth. I don't have time to be, living through how society wants to see me or how people would like it, how I was. Enemy plays onto that. They got, I got to deal with it in my house. I have to deal with it in my family, you know, and those things. I had to allow myself to not be shook by what they're doing because, if I know universe and God has my back, I can care less about who I have against me. Because those are the main people that are important in my life. These are the ones gonna make sure I'm protected. And I just have to allow myself to keep pushing, keep going, and I always give thanks and honor to God. I'm not, a religious person, but I'm very spiritual. I'm strong in that. I believe in my higher power. I've seen blessings when I was going through the worst hell in my life, and then being able to do this and being able to allow myself to keep pushing at times, even when I don't have the energy to go. I have to be able to take my time out for myself at times, and I hate doing that, where I have to literally just cut everybody off at that time. And I'm just like, I don't like doing that. But when you're running on fumes and your cup is not empty, you have to be able to fill it for yourself because you've been so busy giving that out to other people when they needed it. But you ain't gonna have nothing else to give when you need something for yourself as well. So there's times I have to really, just sit back and just keep going. And I have to allow myself to really, allow myself to feel up, because I mean, it's been like that for the last couple of days. Like, I usually try to do videos every day, or at least try to push out 4 or 5 videos a day. But these transitions I'm going through, there's a lot of time I have to sit to myself. There's times I get aggravated because it's like, even though I tell people, hey, I'm gonna help you, but just ask me, hey, are you okay today? Do you mind doing that? Because it's like I appreciate it when people do that. And it's not the fact it's like, well, Dad, Roslynn, you said we can hit you up. Yeah, I did. But just say, just be more respectable of that because it's just like you're already going through transformation. You still got questions about the things that goes on in your life that you need assistance. That's what I'm there for. But just ask me, hey, Rosalind, are you open for me to talk to you about certain things? And I really appreciate that. But I have to allow myself to place boundaries up, like, hey, be respectable about the times you hit me up. If you're overseas, that doesn't count to you because I know there's like 8-9 hour difference, at times. I don't mind that. But, when there's things going on in your life, you have to understand others got stuff going on in their life too. So just allow them like, hey, Rosalind, you have time for me to discuss this with you. And I can totally respect that. But it's like, I've been having to deal with a lot of things lately, and it's nothing against anybody else, but I have to allow myself to put that up so it won't be any kind of misunderstanding when I don't reply back because I'm going through a lot right now. I really am, but it's for the better good. These are things that I have to go on, go on, go through actually.
and being able to do that self-care of the things that I'm going through. So it is like these sometimes it happens where I have to just like shut everything down. So, I don't want anybody to ever take that personal, but just, respect that. That's all I do. Because some people just like, I was really going through different stuff yesterday. And, and it was just like, it's just like if I'm giving you these like yes no answers and stuff like that, and it's not like I'm trying to do that on purpose, but it's like when I'm going through a lot of stuff and I've been working hard throughout that week, there's times I need to have to myself, because there's a lot of things just like you're healing from, I'm also healing from too. I just keep it real about that. We're going through all different changes in our lives, and these are things that has to be done. It's not no stressful situation or something I'm mad about, but it's just a lot of things I had to come to terms with that are no longer serving me in that manner. And a lot of things, when you have been dealing with a lot of years of trauma, abuse, emotional, mental, sexual, whatever, all this, that you have to look at a lot of things that you choose to like turn a blind eye on, or you know um things that has happened and you feel like you have healed and came to an understanding. Then there's more deep rooted stuff that's coming on, so it's just like it's coming in layers. So you have to allow yourself for yourself to just express yourself, allow yourself to let go and keep moving, you know. So it's just like, I that's why I always tell people, just appreciate that. For me, that's all I ask, I say I set boundaries up because I understand, I'm on my light work duty too. This is what I offer. This is what I was sent to do, and I really love what I do. I really do. I love helping y'all. I really do, because it makes me feel good in my soul that I know that the dark stuff that I've been through and I've experienced is not been a very, you know, how can I say that? It's been very hard to deal with that, but I understand why I had to go through it if I was gonna, serve my purpose. I had to be able to experience all the trauma, all these harshness of things that has been placed on me throughout my life that I'm still, not really struggling with, but I'm still coming to terms with it, really seeing the truth within everything. But then when I allow myself to really sit back and look, like, I'm glad I did go through those times. I'm glad I did take my time out for that, because you have to understand, when you're on that experience, you're going down this path, and you're learning, you're growing, you're strengthening, you're finding things out in between the lines. You're allowing yourself to not be, triggered or even be tricked in smoke and mirrors, because not everything is what it seems. And a lot of times you don't understand, things are being placed on you just to strengthen you. And that's the enemy. God wants to be able to tell you, hey, I got your back. No weapon formed against you is going to touch you, especially if I assigned you to a certain situation. Yes, it might be hurtful. Yes, you might have been feeling like this shouldn't have had to happen for you to do this, but you had to. You can't help somebody if you never experienced it. You can try all you want to, but you're not going to have that empathy, because it's like, oh, dang, I really want to help this person because I've been through this. Or it's just like, oh, I could just say some kind words. I never experienced it, but I'm going to just go ahead and give you kind words. No, you have to be able to experience things and know where those people are coming from if you know how to help them, and I get it. I understand that, and it's not an easy journey for me, but I appreciate what is taught me down the line. That's what I will say. No, it has not been fun. But then when I allow myself to look at it in a positive manner and see how I've been blessed, it's just like, what? If that situation didn't kill you, I guarantee you it made you a lot stronger than you even realized, just because the fact is you're being open to be able to tell things that has went on in your life, not worrying about what's being said outdoors. There's people, a lot of people, when they feel triggered or being threatened by your strength, and threatened by your light, or things that you're associating yourself with, they really feel like you shouldn't have, or anything like that. Yeah, people will sit up here and say everything up under the sun, you call you every name in the book except the child of God, and the name you were, that's been placed on you. But I have to allow myself to say, what, I ain't worried about that. What I'm worried about is getting my growth, worrying about speaking my truth, not worrying about, the things that people have done to me. Because it's like, truth be told, God will let you set up and do anything you want to. And I said, these are the days and age where you feel like you've been doing things, how the enemy does. They get comfortable. And then when you start getting too comfortable, you start getting very sloppy. So you have to keep going. Yeah, it might seem fair at the point in time because the people that place things on you look like they're living a good life. But trust and believe, not everything is what it seems. Oh, they're getting hit in ways that they don't know why they got it. But they're not going to sit up here and say that because that's meant they have done some really gutter stuff to you, or they put little gutter stuff on your life. That's why it's just like, when there's something in your life that you have earned, you deserve, that belongs to you. No person can take that. No, you don't have to manipulate to get it. You ain't got to go chase it. You ain't got to go lie, steal, beg, or whatever just to get it when it is seen fit for you. And God and universe says, you know what? They've been through a lot of struggle. Yep, they might have failed. They might have cried. They've been pissed off at the world. But guess what? They bounced right back. And they kept going. They assisted other people along the way. They allowed their self to heal while they were helping other people trying to, heal as well. And when you allow yourself to be that example and allowing yourself to understand, certain things I'm gonna have to go through, but these are the things, those that when you have to be placed in that storm, trust and believe me, you know, you're gonna find out a lot of things about that storm that you can truly appreciate, that you will take along your path to be able to say, you know what, if I don't know where I would be if I wouldn't have gone through that. I don't know what kind of battles that I would have been able to face if I didn't embrace my truth. If I didn't sit up here and see the joy and love that I'm placing in other people's lives when I didn't see it in myself. I love that. When I allow myself to know that I'm used as that kind of spiritual and instrument, to be able to be that person like, dad, she done went through hell and high water, and she's bold enough to tell the things that she has been through. She's been that person that even though in my family they couldn't understand me, but I can hit Roz up and she'll understand exactly what I'm going through, and that made me feel comfortable. And that's what I love about what I went through, even though there might be some days that I might be going through my own struggles. And a lot of times it gives me peace of mind when I could be able to help somebody understand their struggles and understand why they went through those things. You These things can't eat you up unless you allow it to. And I had to keep telling myself that it's same, because we have done this many, 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 many times before. But with this, you can't understand. This is not going to be an easy thing because you're breaking curses. You're stopping cycles. You're allowing yourself to know that even though you have been through hell back like more times than you can even count, you still going to come out shining. And when you're allowing yourself to be that example for that, you'll understand why your days had to be so hard for you. You'll understand why you became strength. You were coming to strength above strength. Like when it shows strength of a person, of a warrior, you're gonna have your ass up if you're like, hello, hi. So when you go through those different things in your life, you'll understand why they had to be so detrimental for you, why they had to be so hard, why when I kept getting signs of a yes, God said no. Because when they reject you from things, because they got something so much better around the corner. And a lot of times you have to be able to trust that process, even though it's hard at times, especially if you're that person that has patience, or you're that person that don't have faith and believe in nothing. God and universe will place you in certain situations when they see, even though it has been hell raining towards people that stabbed your back in any kind of way, but then you still kept walking through all out those situations. And a lot of times we try to understand, why does it have to be so hard? If it wasn't so hard and you have blessings, you would not be able to maintain that blessing. If you have never experienced a struggle, being robbed of something of an innocence when it came to you, when you seen that life was not fair, if you did not endure those things and God just threw a blessing with you, you wouldn't know what to do with it. And as soon as you got it, you probably would have messed it up anyway. But when you have gone through so many struggles, where everything, all resources was cut off and all you had to do was rely on your faith and faith enough alone, I guarantee you, when God finally gives you that blessing, harmony, and love that you have always begged for, you gonna make sure you do anything in its power to make sure you keep maintaining that. And that's why we have to wait a lot of times, because sometimes if we're in our feelings about stuff, or we seeing that, oh, you're gonna pay for what you did for me, or you're gonna pay for what you did for me, and then when you're allowing yourself to be consumed by vengeful, being, have that V for vendetta, or you're allowing yourself to, oh, well, they did this to me, I'm gonna do that to them. And a lot of times they say, you do unto others as it's done into you. But a lot of times you got to be that person of example. Even though you try to throw so much shit at my face, allow me to bless you with my love. Because when you are allowing yourself to do that, you're not becoming the same thing that has been placed on you just to strengthen you. And a lot of times we don't understand that. Like, why we got to do that? They didn't do it to me. Because they're still doing the things that was done to them. And they're playing it, they're just repeating history about the things that's been placed on them, or they feel like they're justified to do this, or such and such did that to me. A lot of times you don't realize that we're paying for stuff that we ain't the ones who even cut them, but yet they're gonna place that on us because they felt like they need to do what something has been done to them, and they knew how that felt. But a lot of people put that on them. I did it growing up. Then I placed it on my kids, but I had to allow myself to turn around. It's like, you don't want your kids going down and doing this to your grandchildren. Allow yourself to take this change and change it as best as you possibly can. And you do that. So this can end right here. And a lot of times we don't understand. This is the reason why we had to go through those battles. This is the reason why a lot of things are coming your way. You get many messages, many synchronicities that change is coming into your life. You're ending an emotional chapter in your life. A lot of changes are being made where it feels like things are slowing down and it's stopping. And you're not going to understand what's going on because it's like, dang, I keep doing this. I keep doing this. And they told me if I do this, they'll do that. But you have to allow yourself to do things regardless of what they said they're going to give you. Allow yourself to take that as something that is a blessing. Because a lot of times we feel like it's hard. And I have to tell myself that. And I said, look what God and all that, what he went through just to save us, And a lot of times I'm not trying to be religious and stuff like that. But if you want to allow yourself to, call spade a spade, you have to understand. He ain't asking much. Hell, he didn't ask you to crawl on that daggone cross and, be that sacrifice. He did that for us in the first place. All he wants you to do is do right, because there's so many things that's going on in this world where you see so much hellish stuff. And you try to wonder, is there a God? Heck yeah, it's a God. But did you see how much the devil got stuff planning on from, I see it all the time. But you have to allow yourself to be better than that. Even though people keep on stirring the shit pot, allow themselves to sit in there and they can be able to lick the spoon. You keep doing what you need to do for yourself to uplift yourself, being able to show that love towards others that hasn't been shown to you. You don't never know. Just you might have gone through something like that, but there could be somebody that's standing right next to you who went even worse. And that's how I have to allow myself to be grateful for all the things that's transpired in my life, even though it's hard as hell sometimes to even understand and process what has been done to me, what I've been robbed of. But I have to allow myself to stop thinking like that, because when you think like that, that's when you start slowing yourself down. That's why you get in a low frequency. This is why you start seeing everything is, they need to happen. You don't have to keep on trying to expose people, because pretty soon they're going to get so comfortable because it's been going on for so long. They end up exposing themselves. What people do in the dark eventually comes to light, and I have to be able to trust that process. And so do you. So, I hope y'all have a blessed, safe weekend. It's been a long week, going through all these different changes, but trust and believe is for the better. You know, um, Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always someone out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything you're trying to manifest into your reality comes 1,000 times more than what you plan to ask for or what you did ask for. And it comes so much sooner than you expected it to. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to Hope Faith, Carrie W, and Ray For She. And Robert Cole, much love to you as well. And I'm gonna do a couple more videos, and yeah, just go ahead and do it like that. So I hope y'all have a blessed, safe weekend. Be very responsible at everything you do, and be safe at what you do as well. Make sure you give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity vibes, words, and frequencies. You never know, those things can really take somebody a long way. And I hope y'all's weekend is filled with blessings and love and positivity. And I will see y'all on my next video. Much love. Peace. Oh, yeah. Like and subscribe. Drop me a line. Share. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And I will see you later. Much love. Peace.